This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Murder case discontinued against 7 in Supreme Court. Supreme Court Judge Justice Leighton Pusey today allowed prosecutors to enter a nolle prosequi to discontinue criminal proceedings against the 7 individuals charged in relation to the 2018 killing of an alleged corporate area don, effectively springing them from jail for now. The 7, including 3 relatives of reputed former Tivoli Gardens strongman Christopher Dudus Coke, were facing charges ranging from murder, conspiracy to murder, illegal possession of firearm and ammunition in connection with the death of 31-year-old Patrick Davis, otherwise called P-Boy, whose body was found in Rockfort, Kingston on Monday, March 12, 2018. Aisha Jones, Andrew Coke, Lanchester Coke, Michael Coke, David Biggs, Delmarco Cephas, and Wayne Page will be released from custody but will still have the charges looming over their heads. Yesterday, Justice Pusey insisted that he wanted to hear the legal arguments before the nolle prosequi application was presented to the court. He said the prosecution should have this morning presented its arguments before the court, followed by a response from at least 3 members of the defense team. Section 4 of the Criminal Justice Administration Act prescribes that at any stage before the court renders judgment, the Director of Public Prosecutions may discontinue criminal proceedings in any court by entering a nolle prosequi. She may do so by stating in open court where the proceedings are pending, or by informing the clerk of the court in writing that the Crown does not intend to continue such proceedings. Consequently, the proceedings will end, and on receipt of such notice, the accused shall at once be discharged in respect of the charge for which the nolle prosequi is entered. However, the entering of a nolle prosequi by the DPP is not an acquittal on the charges being tried, and the DPP has the power to bring back or re-indict the matter. A nolle prosequi can be entered even though the accused person has pleaded guilty to a lesser charge on the indictment, for example, pleading guilty to manslaughter instead of murder, as long as the court has not yet passed sentence. Trelawney police target migrating criminals. The Trelawney police say they have been working with residents to target criminals seeking refuge in the parish. In an interview with the news, Head of Trelawney Police Superintendent Carlos Russell says residents have been assisting the police with information on the location of criminals and are reporting strange people in their communities. Trelawney has always been seen as one of those parishes where persons see it as a place where they can just come and hide out, but we have a good intelligence arm and citizens in Trelawney are very cooperative, he said. Superintendent Russell explained that as soon as a report is made, an intelligence team acts on the information to ensure that we investigate and to find out the legitimacy of each person in the parish. We are continuing to do our best to ensure that the persons who are coming in are not wanted and they are not criminals, he stated. Trelawney, he said, is considered one of the safest parishes in the country, and the police will continue to effectively enforce the law as it is not a safe haven for criminals. We are always doing our operational activities, and whenever we know that these persons are in our area, we carry out operational activities targeting them. Most of them know by now that this is not an area for them to come to operate illegally, Superintendent Russell said. The commanding officer encouraged residents to continue to be on the lookout for strangers in their areas and not to let their guards down. The parish recorded 21 murders in 2020. Man reportedly kicked and robbed after giving mugger $1,000. The police have charged 23-year-old Armando Warren of Flagaman District in St. Elizabeth following allegations that he kicked a man, then robbed him of cash in the parish on March 25. According to the police, the man was standing on the roadway when Warren approached him demanding money. The man reportedly gave the accused $1,000. However, it is said that Warren demanded more money, and when his demands were not met, he allegedly kicked the complainant repeatedly, then took $44,000 from his pocket before escaping. The matter was reported to the police, and Warren was apprehended later that day. He has since been charged with robbery with violence. Indicom to interview cop who allegedly shot wife and son in domestic dispute. A policeman is under investigation by the Independent Commission of Investigation, Indicom, in relation to the alleged shooting of his estranged wife and their son. The incident happened yesterday at a house in Duhaney Park, St. Andrew. According to Indicom, family members in the house became engaged in a verbal dispute which became physical. During the tussle, the off-duty policeman reportedly discharged his private licensed firearm, resulting in the injury of his wife and son. The injured man was transported to the hospital where he remains in critical condition. It is reported that he is receiving treatment for gunshot wounds to his chest and abdomen. The injured woman who received a graze to her leg was treated and discharged. Indicom says its forensic team processed the scene and a 9mm spent casing was recovered. The oversight body says the policeman's private gun was seized, photographed, boxed, and sealed for testing at the government forensic laboratory. According to Indicom, the cop declined to provide an initial account at the scene and was served with a notice to visit the commission today for an interview. It says other family members are also to be interviewed at the earliest opportunity. Witnesses to the incident are being asked to contact Indicom's head office at 876-968-8875, 876-968-1932, or send information via WhatsApp to 876-553-5555. M16 rifle seized in Westmoreland. Cops assigned to the Westmoreland Police seized an M16 assault rifle during an operation in Egypt Gardens, Little London. The police report that about 9:40 p.m., a team was in the area when a premises was searched and the firearm found. No one was arrested in relation to the seizure. St. James man charged following Ganja operation. The police in St. James have arrested and charged 30-year-old Melcardo Smith, a laborer of Post Office Hill, Cambridge, with possession of ganja and dealing in ganja following an operation on Wednesday. It is reported that about 6:30 a.m., cops were in the area when a premises that was occupied by Smith was searched. According to the police, 1 pound of ganja was found on top of a refrigerator inside the house. He was subsequently arrested and charged. Smith's court date has not been finalized by the police. Suspect charged for shooting and arson in Taylorland. 22-year-old Ronaldo Cameron has been charged with several offenses in relation to a shooting and arson incident in Taylorland district in St. Andrew on Thursday, October 29, 2020. According to the police, Cameron, who was arrested on April 15, was yesterday charged with shooting with intent, illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, arson, and malicious destruction of property. Lawmen alleged that about 6 a.m., Cameron and other suspects armed with guns entered a house in Taylorland and opened gunfire. After exiting, they reportedly threw stones at the house before setting it ablaze. The occupants of the house managed to escape unharmed and contacted the police and the fire department. Damage is estimated at approximately $2 million. The police are appealing to anyone with information on the other suspects involved in the incident to contact the Elletstone Road Criminal Investigation Branch at 876-928-4200, Crime Stop at 311, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Prisoner who disarmed and shot policeman pleads guilty. The prisoner who escaped custody after disarming and shooting a policeman at the National Chest Hospital in St. Andrew yesterday pleaded guilty in the gun court under a plea deal and is to be sentenced on June 18. Ricardo Richards, 31, who was recaptured a week after he escaped on March 12, will be sentenced on charges of robbery with aggravation, illegal possession of firearm, and wounding with intent. He was also charged with escaping custody, illegal possession of ammunition, and assault occasioning grievous bodily harm, but those offenses were withdrawn under the plea deal. Richards was taken to the hospital by the police to receive medical care. However, when his handcuffs were unlocked to allow a doctor to treat him, he grabbed a pistol from one of the policemen who had accompanied him, shot one of them and fled, but he was later recaptured after he was found at a guest house in St. Andrew. Before the incident, Richards had been in police custody, awaiting trial on charges of illegal possession of firearm and ammunition and shooting with intent. He is to return to court on May 17 to answer to those charges. Attorney at law Ernest Davis is representing Richards. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.